So whether you're in middle school, high school, university, or college, I know the first thing we want to do as soon as we get home is sleep. And I totally get it. Like, school's so tiring, especially if you have a long commute and you barely have any energy to do any work when you get home. But there's a 5-step process that I've implemented to allow myself to take breaks after school, but also find new energy to do work and be productive in my evenings. So in this video, I'm going to share those 5 steps with you, and all I ask in return is you like and subscribe. I'm a small channel, so every like, comment, and subscribe does really help. The first step is you want to create a small list of things that you want to do this evening while you're at school before you even come home. The list shouldn't have many tasks, like max 3 things, because honestly, that's the most productive we can be. The reason why we want to create a list as our first step is because regardless of what you're trying to do, if you know what you want to achieve and you have a plan to achieve it, executing the task becomes 10 times easier. For example, I'm studying engineering at university, so a typical day of homework might be do math problems in a textbook, do a small quiz for marks, and finally, do my part of a document for a group project. Now that I've established what I want to do, I'm going to order these tasks in terms of priority or what task I want to start my evening with. I don't time block it in my evening. It puts too much pressure on me. Like, for example, say I take too long to do a task, then I feel like I'm not being productive, then I get mooted out. So to work effectively and have the ability to start working whenever you feel ready to, I would highly recommend sticking to a priority list like this one. It's really important we get this list done before we can come home, because most of us usually end up wasting a lot of time planning. So by getting the planning part done before our evening even starts, we can make our evenings way more productive. And also, thinking about what you're going to do kind of gets you in the right state of mind, and it's almost like you're telling yourself that you're going to be productive this evening. Once you get home, the first thing you want to do is set up your desk as if you're going to study. You probably heard this before, but a simple way to increase the chances of you doing a task is to reduce the friction to doing that task. For example, say you want to run in the morning. By putting your running clothes right beside your bed, you reduce the friction to the task of running, because like now you can just get up in the morning, put those clothes on, and go for a run. For me personally, it feels like there's less time for me to talk myself out of it, so it's more chances I'll get the task done. And I want us to apply the same principle to make our evenings as productive as possible. As soon as we get home, we set up our desk as if we're going to study, so then after we take our break, this reduces the friction to get back into work and be productive. Also, super obvious stuff, we both know that no work actually gets done on the couch or the bed. So if you really want to make your evenings productive, you have to work at your desk. After you set up your desk, I want you to take a well-deserved break. Like normal people like us, we can't be productive after a long day of school. And if you're tired, there's no point in trying to force yourself to work. Instead, what I want you to do is take a deliberate break. For me, a deliberate break is when you do something that's fun, but can also be quantified or recalled. For example, you watch like 1 or 2 episodes of your favorite TV show, you watch like a long documentary on YouTube, or you play like X matches of your favorite video game. The reason I want you to do these tasks is because you have a fixed time limit and you can always quantify how much of a break you're having. Like say you binge TikTok for an hour and I ask you, oh, what did you do on your break? The only thing you can say is I watched TikTok. But if you watch your favorite TV show, you could be like, oh, I watched 1 or 2 episodes of this show. When we're able to quantify our break, for me personally, I feel like I can tell myself I did this much fun stuff for this much time. Now it's time for me to work. The next step is just to do the work. If you implement the steps 1 to 3, you'll notice it's way easier for you to start working and be productive. But if you're still struggling, one thing you can try is having an accountability partner. Like if you have a friend who also has the same goal as you, which is to make the evenings productive and get some work done, then you can keep each other accountable. Like say you get your friend to watch this video as well, and both of you have created a priority list of tasks that you want to accomplish this evening, like that's step 1, you can just share your list with each other. And the fact that the other person knows that you wanted to do these things kind of gets you more motivated and actually helps you get your work done. One more thing you can do to take this even further is set up a Google Meet or FaceTime and work together live and have a study with me session. You don't have to do this. Like I personally like to study by myself, and that's totally okay. But if you're struggling to make your evenings productive and get your work done, then having an accountability partner is something that you definitely want to try. Assuming you successfully completed some or all the tasks on your list, and you called it a day in terms of working, and you're gonna go take a break or go to sleep, one more thing you could do to make your evenings more productive and make sure you're productive the next day is have a bedtime routine. When you just scroll social media or like watch YouTube mindlessly, you usually end up sleeping late, which means you get less sleep and you're way more tired the next day. So to prevent that, have a bedtime routine that you stick to so you can have a consistent sleep schedule. Ideally, you do something offline like reading a book, journaling, or drawing or something like that. So that way you get some time off your screen and you get better sleep at night. I'll be honest with you, I personally don't do those things, and this is something I have to improve on as well. So if you're like me and you find it boring to do those things, what you can do instead is like watch a show, listen to a podcast, or like watch a long YouTube video. The key thing is being able to quantify what you did as your reward or break at night. So this way, you take a deliberate break and don't end up mindlessly scrolling. And that means you'll sleep on time and you'll be well rested for tomorrow. The goal is to never work 12 hours a day because realistically, that's not sustainable. Like I'm able to get good grades, create YouTube videos, coach soccer, and do all that, but I still manage to take plenty of breaks in my day. But I do make sure my evenings are productive so I can get some quality work done, and I hope the steps in the video help you do that as well. If you want to make 2025 your best school year, then make sure to check out this video right here. And with that being said, thank you for watching, like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time.